North Memorial Ambulance Services, everyone. I got to tell you, as a reporter in this city and many others, you really do a remarkable job, and you rarely ever get the credit, and you're off the scene before fatheads like me show up. But you really do a wonderful job, and I think on behalf of everybody, I'm not afraid to say in the media in this market, thank you guys and gals so much for all you do. Keep clapping because I want you to welcome Mike Murphy. He is the operations supervisor with North Memorial Ambulance for his thoughts on tonight's program.
Brought my own cheering section. Ladies and gentlemen, if I asked you to picture in your mind the image of a hero, there's a good chance that she or he might have a cape, red boots, and superhuman powers of some kind. And they'd be engaged in a pitched battle with their arch enemy, some evildoer out to rule the world or blow up the planet or something equally heinous. Now that's a real hero. It's unlikely that you would picture someone in an ambulance uniform kneeling in front of an old man, holding his hand and offering some gentle words of comfort. It doesn't compare with the caped crusader. However, if you were that old man and you had called 911 in the middle of the night because you were having chest pain and you couldn't breathe and you were afraid that you were going to die, well, then that person holding your hand might as well have a cape and red boots on, because to you, I suspect they would look very much like a hero. The truth is, most of the time, most of our calls aren't as dramatic as the ones you saw in the video. Most of the time, everyday heroism comes disguised in the form of a gentle touch, a sympathetic word, a comforting ear. We offer these things dozens of times a day, and they're small things, and they often go unnoticed. But to the people on the receiving end, they're never unimportant. The emergency lines in our dispatch center ring 200 times a day, every 6 minutes or so, day in and day out, day after day. They never stop. They ring because somebody on the other end of that line is calling for help and hoping that a hero will show up. And so we go. And it doesn't matter if it's raining cats and dogs and our socks and shoes are still soggy from the last run we were on. We go. It doesn't matter if it's 30 below outside and the wind is howling and the roads are treacherous and everybody else has been warned to stay home. We go. It doesn't matter if it's Christmas Eve and we'd rather be at home with our kids instead of flying off to the iron range in the dark. But we still go. When a bridge collapses into the Mississippi, when a hospital and a nursing home in Fargo need to be evacuated, when the Secret Service calls for medical support to protect the president, when lives are at stake because of a levee break in New Orleans, North Memorial Ambulance is there. We go because people need us. We go because lives are at stake. We go because heroes always go. That's what makes them heroes. There's a line from a favorite movie of mine, A Few Good Men, where one of the attorneys representing two Marines asks the other attorney, "Why do you love these soldiers so much?" And she replies, "Because they stand on a wall and they say, 'Sleep well tonight. Nothing's going to harm you. Not on my watch.'" Well, when you go home tonight and you snuggle under your covers, you'll fall asleep in the knowledge that someone is watching over you in a very real, literal sense. There's a wall of public safety that surrounds you and your family, holding back all those bad things that go bump in the night. And if you care to look closely at the top of that wall, you would see a line of dim figures standing guard on the ramparts. Now, some of them would be carrying badges and guns. And some of them would be carrying fire hoses and axes. And some of them would be carrying stethoscopes and defibrillators. Different tools, different skills, different jobs. But they're all there for the same reason. That's where the heroes walk, pacing back and forth, waiting for the phone to ring. The men and women of North Memorial Ambulance have earned the right to be called heroes, because in every community in which we serve, including yours, we stand our watches shoulder to shoulder with our public safety partners on the top of that wall, with those law enforcement and fire department first responders who, in addition to their regular duties, provide such a crucial difference in our pre-hospital EMS response, especially in those rural areas where resources can be spread thin. And every trained hand is a blessing. Like them, we are an indispensable thread in the fabric of the security blanket that comforts you when you turn out the lights. Now, there are people in this room tonight who have grown gray-haired and hard of hearing, standing watches on that wall. They've spent their lives in a noble cause, and they continue to serve because they know firsthand that unbelievable feeling that you get with the knowledge that you have just held a human life in your hands and you made a difference. They're proud of the job that they do, and they should be proud of the company that they work for. Because the Commission on Accreditation of Ambulance Services, which is a private, independent credentialing agency, recently scrutinized our ambulance service from top to bottom, something that they do every 3 years at our request. And we passed those stringent standards again for the 5th consecutive time. And that means for 15 years, we can put that badge of excellence on the side of our ambulances. 15 years. That's something that no other ambulance service in the nation can say. If that's not enough to make you stand up straight and puff out your chest and be proud of the patch on your shoulder, then I don't know what is. Ladies and gentlemen, the great American humorist Will Rogers once observed, "We can't all be heroes. Somebody has to sit on the curb and clap as they go by." Well, there are your heroes, ladies and gentlemen. Clap for them. Thank you.